Welcome to Watercolor Wednesday. We're upside down today, but we're going to do some color blocking using my clear block B. The first thing I did was cut some watercolor paper out with my stitched rectangle shapes. We're going to be using the Daisy Lane bundle later, and the colors I chose today are mint macaron and shaded spruce, and then we're going to be stamping with the black memento. So the first thing that you're going to do is take your ink, and I use Stampin' Spots, but you can use a full ink pad too, and I'm going to ink up that clear block B. Now you only need a tiny bit of water. This was way too much water, as you will see in a moment, because what happens when you have too much water? Wah, wah. So we're trying it again. And just adding a tiny bit of water, I grabbed a tissue to even blot some of the water off because I thought it was going to be too drippy again. It's always good to have a tissue nearby anyway during this to clean your block off. And that's what we want. A nice solid impression. I'm going to clean off my block and repeat the same thing with my second color, shaded spruce. Again, being very mindful about the water that goes on the block. And stamping it on. This is my favorite part because you really get to see kind of the image you get. Now for me, that was too much white space, so I got to be the painter and I went back in and added some more pigment to kind of fill in some of those spots that I felt needed it. I also connected the two and kind of blended it together. I have an example later where I show you where I did not connect it, and you can see what that looks like too. So again, going back in with some more mint macaron, blending those two colors together. And then I cleaned my block and put some fresh shaded spruce on to get a bolder color. And then comes the hard part, waiting for it to dry. But once it is, I am going to take that black memento, and I'm using the fern image from the Daisy Lane set. Or is it a leaf? I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp right on top. And ta-da! Here is the card that I made with that. I've got directions on my website and a link in the description. That's what it looks like right side up. I did it again with the feather from a paper pumpkin kit, and there with white embossing powder too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.